Welcome to the Chamber's Elevated Conversations podcast. And now, your host, Dave Eckmann.
Greetings, and welcome to another edition of Elevated Conversations. I'm your host, Dave Eckmann. Today we're going to be talking to the Executive Director, Vicki Resech of MCDEVCO. MCDEVCO, coming out of the pandemic in Safer at Home, has developed a new set of resources, financial and business support tools to help businesses reopen. And with me right now is Vicki Resech, Executive Director of MCDEVCO. And for those of you that don't know MCDEVCO, what I'm going to do is turn it over to Vicki. Vicki, if you would, why don't you give the audience a little bit of background on the role and mission of MCDEVCO?
Well, thank you, Dave, for having me on board today to talk about MCDEVCO. MCDEVCO is a nonprofit, which is a public-private entity, and we just finished our strategic plan, which is gap financing for all of Marathon County, entrepreneurial education along with a co-working center, municipalities, and new businesses, relocating business, and retaining businesses here in Marathon County.
All right. So, Vicki, let's go into a little bit more specific. Some people are wondering, what is gap financing, real quick?
Okay, gap financing. If you have a total loan project that's $100,000 and your bank will give you $75,000 for that, and you have five, MCDEVCO can come in and fill that gap with up to 20% of that total project, which would be $20,000, to get that business up and running within Marathon County.
That's terrific. And definitely in these times, there's going to be a benefit for the small business community for sure. The other part you had mentioned with respect to MCDEVCO, get into a little bit more. I don't think, people understand how big Marathon County is. It is the biggest geographic county in the state of Wisconsin. With multiple municipalities. Can you explain really briefly what you do with the municipalities throughout Marathon County?
Well, we take care of all the municipalities in the way that we're their focal point for a municipalities agreement, which states that all municipalities within Marathon County, whether you're over by Abbotsford or Hatley, will work and play together nicely and use all their tools and skills to bring in new businesses and have a unified front. Right now, during COVID time, we've been meeting weekly, and we've done some important things like sharing of workforce for the smaller communities. If one of their key employees gets sick, that we can step in with an employee from another municipality and fill that spot so something isn't missing. And everybody's willing to do it without worrying about pay reimbursement. We're meeting weekly with the Department of Health and Public Services, so we know what's going on with the COVID-19 virus. How do we reopen parks as a unified front? What does it look like for playgrounds and different things in the community so that we're not taxing one community if they open their pools and another one doesn't? And how does this look for countywide? And it works very nicely to bring them all around the table for the betterment of everyone in Marathon County. Absolutely
an important piece of our community moving forward in that terms of sharing services and collaboration. Commend you for that. So let's get into a little bit deeper with some of the programs, exciting programs that you have coming out that I've seen in the last week or so, Vicki. Could you take the audience down some of those programs?
For our educational programs, well, we're kind of sad because, COVID hit us just like everybody else and we had to cancel some. But our big program that's coming up in the fall, if we are able to run it or if we can do it online by Zoom, will be a gear certificate, which will be a 5-month program that people will take everything from lean business, business plan development, finances, attorneys things, how do you do your HR, what does your business plan look like? We're going to have a counselor there to help you also piece this together and help you through that process. With this, at the end, we have what we call a dolphin tank, where you come in front of a group of business people and you do your pitch of your business and get critique on it so you can move forward. And as I say, it's a dolphin tank because we don't eat anyone up here at MCDEVCO, so we don't have shark tanks out there. So we will do that. And at the end, you get the certificate and you put it in your business plan. And I've been going around talking to the financial institutions, and they know that you have a level of excellence in your business plan and being able to manage a new business in Marathon County.
That's fantastic. So every business, right now is kind of scrambling for cash, and even those businesses that would go through the Gear Certificate program looking for financial resources. So coming out of in opening the economy, coming out of the Safer at Home, if you will, that you have some new financial programs that I think it's very important to share with our community. Could you please go through and talk about Wausau Cares?
I love to talk about Wausau Cares. That's a great collaboration and a partnership MCDEVCO has had for a number of years. And Wausau Cares is the funding that they got from the HUD fund, from the CARES Act, from the president. And so with that funding, it was passed through their city council that MCDEVCO will be administering 74 $1,500 grants for small businesses in the city of Wausau, along with up to $20,000 forgivable loans, as long as you follow two very easy requirements, one of job reporting and the other one of giving us a invoice for items that you purchased, that you told us you were going to purchase to reopen. So two things that are going on right now that you apply right off of our website for. Then MCDEVCO has reallocated some of our gap financing for low-interest loans to small businesses throughout all of Marathon County at a 3% interest rate. First year, no payments, and year 2 through 5, your interest and principal are due. And then my very exciting news that I finally have gotten, I will be able to do at least 30 $1,000 grants for small businesses located outside of the city of Wausau now, beginning next week.
That's terrific, because a lot of people think, well, it's about Wausau, and it's not really. It's you apply to the whole county, and you partner with the city of Wausau too. Yes,
we are a county entity, so we work well and with everybody throughout the county.
Terrific. So, first off, what is your website?
Our website is MCDEVCO, MCDEVCO.org, and then you just hit the tab for our COVID-19 resources, and all the programs are laid out there for you. Okay,
and then where's your physical location right now?
Our physical location is at 1415 Merrill Ave, Suite 140, which is important. If you're not a techie person and you don't want to fill your forms out online, we have them in our front office all ready for you to pick up the packet and then just bring it right back to us.
Okay, terrific. And so let me ask you a quick question, because we're in the chamber world and you're in the economic development realm and doing some things throughout the county. From your side, what have you heard from some of the businesses? What's their biggest challenge right now?
Oh my goodness, they have lots of challenges. With these grants and forgivable loans, as they reach out to us, they're letting us know that the smallest of small businesses with less than 10 employees have not received any type of funding or assistance. So, they haven't had anything to pay their rent. Their employees, if they have any, have been furloughed. They haven't, and as we look at reopening, they need funds for inventory to reopen, along with the fact that the state of Wisconsin has given them guidelines on how to protect their staff. along with their customers, so they need personal protection equipment, or they may need to fog. So where does those funds come from? This is what we're trying to do, is get them back up and running, get them that inventory, get them the supplies to them, and do it the right way so that we don't have to close again.
Right. So important. As we move forward, people need to know that MCDEVCO has not only program resources to help start your business and sustain your business and really to help you create a plan, but there's also financial resources there, and encourage you, if you know any business people who are looking to start up or people who need monies, to go and talk to Vicki and Bridget over at MCDEVCO, right?
Absolutely. And also, I want to let you know we have 35 of the best business mentors that offer their time up for free to assist us with questions from our small business people.
Yeah, and that's so important right now, because everybody, are different parts of their business game, and any help with seasoned professionals is welcome. So I have one last question for you. I know you're a horse fan. You've got horses, and I am too. And so I'm going to ask you a question. Gunsmoke. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite character in Gunsmoke?
Well, it actually is the mule. It would be Ruth, because she would be dear to my heart. Along with the fact that my grandson, his first animal that he had to ride was a mule, and he named her Ruth and said, well, Nana, that's from Gunsmoke.
That's funny. Vicki, thanks for taking the time to be with us on Elevated Conversations today, and we will continue from the Chamber to promote your organization and in the different programs that you're doing to support business and industry in our county.
Well, Dave, I greatly appreciate it, and I greatly appreciate MCDEVCO and the Chamber's working relationship for all of Marathon County. Thank you so much for that.
And you bet, and look forward to further engagement. Folks, that's Vicki Resech from MCDEVCO with us today. Vicki, thank you.
Thank you.
This podcast episode is a production of the Greater Wausau Chamber of Commerce.